Well, it's possible that you can get a replica of the Reno.
Okay.
You know, that was a positive thing. You know, it just shows you what you can do. It's like stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a stage up.
Stage set.
You know, and me, I just go with everybody else.
What have you realised tonight? What in any of your drawings, or anything anybody said that you're gonna fight for to happen?
I've not picked out one thing. I've not picked out
You've
anything.
not stopped
you know.
on one thing.
You know what I'm saying? Most probably will do, given it more thought. But just as yet, you know, I've got ideas, but you know, I'll come up with them when
you're ready.
when I'm ready.
Okay, Ivan, thank you. Go on.
What we just saw on the prop set just gave us ideas for the...
An idea for what? Give me a specific idea.
For the Reno, to put it into place, you know, to organise it and stuff. It gave us all that.
What was the
insight.
shape? The shape?
The shape was very much the same as we need it to be, and like I say, I'm sure that we can all work that out together.
Have you got an idea that you've had tonight that you're going to fight for? One conversation, girl.
No, not really, no. No, I'm not fighting for anything in particular. I just want to work together in peace.
Phil's had two great ideas. Hold on, Phil's had two great ideas.
Right, the first idea is to try and recreate the smell. So when you get someone coming in and they walk in there, like all of us, you would definitely smell the African food because it was Africans who was cooking, not Jamaicans.
Yeah.
The weed would be African bush. Or black.
I won't forget the Brooks.
Hear me out. The perfume, it'd be like, there was cheap ones, they brought as a compliment to me, chicken, denim, if you was cool. And the smell of the damp,
Spice.
the smell of sweat,
Oh, let's listen to Phil. Go on, Phil.
the smell of alcohol, and the smell of the toilets to try and recreate all that artificially.
Can we not have the toilet?
Well, you've got to have the toilets because it's part of it, weren't they? You know?
Oh, they still know piss, man.
I've got a good idea. I'll piss in a bowl for a month, right? And lay it from the men's. And just put it in the corner.
Women's and men's urine, it smells different. No, but it does. You need a woman volunteer.
And go on, what's your second idea?
The second idea, no, hush up please. For everybody, irrespective of your colour, what I'd like to do, you see that them flags that's draping down there?
Yeah.
What I'd want to do is everybody, your parents, not your grandparents, the flag from wherever they're from, just to do it and to make it adorn all that, so to show the full diaspora of the Africans, because anyone who's not around them from Africa, but we have to acknowledge the white people, because without a white mother, I can't be here.
The Irish look like.
Can we bring the dragon into it? Because I'm from South Wales.
Well, yeah, so you can have a Welsh flag, can't you? Or British. But if you identify with
What was the
Wales...
most side girl when we got rid of the time?
Well, I'm sort of African, Anglo-Irish, that's what I am.
So we can use. You can use both.
County Durham, St Elizabeth, Jamaica.
So there you go. So again, it's all the flags when you see it
It's
visually,
St
it's going to
Elizabeth's
go well.
sister there, Mum.
Glasgow, the Gaubles.
I mean, I don't know what dimensions you'd have to have them in, so that you can see it.
I've got Yorkshire and Trinidad and Tobago.
When we went downstairs into the William Kentridge, is there anything stood out to you for, oh, that's a great possibility?
No, what come to my mind, I thought, well, you can actually make a modern protest about something from the past, so there's something perhaps for us where we can make our protests now, because when I talk to younger mixed race people, they say to me, what are you going on about, Phil? I said, what am I going on about? I said, it's how you got here. I said, there's the people who come before you, and this history that we're writing for you now, it's the truth, I said, from our own mouths, from our experience, I said, and in the future, 30 years from now, when you go online and you want to look about history, it's going to be there, told to you by mixed race people who are saying, this is what happened, the truth, you know, and how we feel, how it made us feel in our minds and our hearts, and how it affected us, how we developed because of it. And now we've got here now, at this stage we're here now.
That is actually. Yeah, I think that's great. We could do a protest. That's what's coming out to me. Barry.
Me?
Go on.
I agree with Phil with the flags. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Great idea. The sensory thing is another great one because I'm sure you can recreate the different smells. Right. But it was a mix, right? But for me, we're in that room downstairs,
We were used to it.
right? And I thought we can develop this into a Reno space, right? And then you told me, about the living room thing and sitting down. And on the wall, we could have the picture, flash pictures of the Reno heads, right? But I was speaking to, I forgot your name. Sean, right? And he said he can do a thing where you can change the picture, right? So another thing is, you can click on and say, right, well, we had the Reno, right? And during that time, we had the riots.
Yes.
Which is
And
another,
that's what messed everything up.
which is
wasn't it? We need
which
to
is
tell
another
that
part,
story.
right? So that will come at the end of, how we open up about talking about what the Reno was to us,
Yeah.
right? Why we went to the Reno in the first place,
Yeah.
right? How we felt as a unit and brothers and sisters, right? And then because of the social climate at the time, right? The riots developed, right? So that could be on there as part of your protest.
Yeah, to tell the truth, because anytime you read it on the news, they'll always say the black riots. That's what they call them, don't they? When it wasn't a black riot. No, I was there, so I've seen it on myself. Everybody was there.
Our David, the aftermath of that, our David went around, it was like David Bailey, and he took loads of pictures of, he went right up Winslow Road.
Have you got the pictures?
He gave them to Rose Henry because she was going to do a book. So he gave them to Rose Henry. Because she was going to
I've never seen it.
I've got onto her and I've said to her, our David, but this was years ago. She went, they're in a box somewhere. Well, that's not.
There will be pictures about
No,
anyway.
there's definitely a 1981
Yeah.
riot.
Well, the riots was kind of the beginning of the end for the Reno.
Yeah, it was. It was.
They meant we're not having all this anymore.
Yeah.
We rioted.
Yeah.
So the next, because it
Well,
was
they wanted
81.
to
Yeah. 82.
They wanted to get rid of all
And then by
all the
85,
clubs.
the Reno was getting
gone.
ready to be closed. Yeah.
Anderton's in charge
Rid of
now.
everything
They
back.
wanted to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
all the blacks in one corner, mixed race blacks in one corner, whatever, you know what I mean, and just get rid of everybody. That's all they wanted to do, and that's why the riots came in the beginning.
So what else have you got to say about it?
That's it, really.
And when you was downstairs, what did you get from being downstairs?
The fact that we could tell our story in a similar way.
Sorry, yeah.
Right, by putting images on the wall,
Yeah.
right, like we said,
Yeah.
Sean's give us, we can say click on to an interior of the Reno, pictures of the Reno, which I'm sure we can develop
Yeah,
somehow.
I've got a few.
Yeah, right, and then the Reno heads, right, the take it from there to the dig, picture of the dig, right,
Yeah.
and progress along until you come to the pictures of the riots, right, and then you close with that, don't you? So it's like a running commentary,
A commentary.
yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah, it'd be great, I think, if we could
I'm
include pictures, say of like our parents, and especially them who sort of like who come from Jamaica, wearing Jamaican clothes because they do have their own style, and the same with Africans. So when you see that image, how we've come from an African and we've become European, haven't we? That's what's happened.
Yeah, and then
So
we got the carnivals. We had the carnivals.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good point as well. It's not all shit because the carnival is wonderful.
It was beautiful, the carnival. You've seen everybody, didn't you? Before the gangs started.
I actually played in the first carnival, and it was 1971 in Alec Park Carnival. The very first one we did, I was the lead singer of the band then. And we did our first gig, well, not first, but we did a gig there.
What was it called, your band? What was the band
Them
called?
days, Jarrett Street,
Oh, Jarrett
What sort of
Jarrett
tunes,
Street.
sort of music was you playing then?
like reggae, funky, soul.
It was a
No, remember them?
It was good, no, it was really good.
Susie,
With
remember
Desmond,
Yeah, it was me singing them.
I knew Desmond did a little bit.
Yeah, well, me and Desmond used to
Carnival
sing
brought us all
as well.
together.
Yeah, no, it did. And our parents.
And that's how we brought us all together.
Can I just say,
Mum and
like
Dad,
you were
everybody.
saying about the pictures on the wall, Linda came up with an idea before, like, if we could get live pictures of, like, cardboard things of ourselves. Yeah. Like there's loads of people on the dance floor and things like that. You know what I mean? Like there's loads of people in the club type of thing.
I was
We
just
could be
saying you could do mentalness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that you could have pictures that hang from the ceiling as if there's loads of people.
Yeah.
You know, pictures
Like
that
we're all
hang
on the dance
of
floor.
people hanging about or what did
Who am I
dance?
going to knife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who are you going to bottle? No. Who? Right. Right. What did downstairs give you an idea about, and of your own thoughts, what you're going to fight for?
Downstairs, again, like everybody said, it's the projection. You can tell so many different things from showing pictures, and I like the way that was set up. And what I'm going to fight for,
The dance floor.
The dance floor.
The dance floor.
But if that room's just give me a...
because that's what we were looking for.
You've had your moment.
That's what we were looking for when the dig started.
So we need to recreate a dance floor.
Oh, okay. I've got a piece of the dance floor.
So that's what
Because it's a different tile from the rest of the floor, so I've got a bit, but I couldn't destroy it. Do you know, I couldn't
Well, we can easily
Make it
So I've got
good,
one bit. That's why I was so happy that the floor stayed.
Make it shabby chic.
So we can have it.
Need to make it shabby chic.
Yeah.
Also,
Wait, let's give Barry a minute before he cries.
What I'd fight for
Go on.
right, is a DJ area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, that's what I would fight for.
You'd
It
fight
has
for
to have a picket fence around it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got a bit of the, I've got a bit of the picket fence.
tiny bit.
That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
So Susie's fighting for a dance floor, and what did you say?
Want it white?
And it was the projection.
Projection, yeah.
Susie,
Me with the Reno corner with the earphones. In fact, I think that you could have earphones in the living room bit, so people can listen
Why
to the
did you
music
keep
while.
saying living room? Where was the living room?
No, it's what
We're
we're
thinking of doing that.
Oh, right.
let's explain to people, right? No, hold
We've
on.
just been where we've just
So let's go in that door, Mike.
Sorry.
We're going in that door.
Yeah.
And
We've
stand
got
in
a
the corner.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We've got a corner in that corner.
Yeah.
And we've got a corner in that corner.
Yeah.
Before you go home, there's two fake walls.
Yeah.
We could do that again, so that one end is like you're going in the arena, we go like a secret arena
Yeah.
we did, and one end is like a living room. So you don't. So basically, so we can sit down on sofas and have ideas.
Yeah.
You know all
Yeah,
that.
people that don't know anything about it,
Yeah.
if they come in and sit in that living room,
Yeah.
if there's somebody here, one of us, you
Yeah.
can explain to them
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it's all
yeah.
about and then say to them,
Yeah.
and you can always go and experience the Reno in the Reno corner, which
Yeah.
should be a low roof kind of box
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Put all tables in it, make it look like the Reno.
Yeah, we've got, that's what I was
earphones on.
saying.
You guys met.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry,
You
Nikita.
didn't meet now, but there are some of you who said there are people that you would have seen at the Reno, but you might not have been friends with at the Reno.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is not just to recreate the past, but to think about the future.
Right.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
future is you guys have met each other here. So the living room space is you meeting each other and meeting the people who
Yeah.
are going to come and
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
the Reno.
Yeah.
So it's like not a linear history, but all of it happening at once.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so if we have a bit of the arena and we have a bit of the living room, it is all
Yeah.
happening
Yeah.
together, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
We can play that tune.
I
can't we?
actually-
We can all- If we can play that tune.
Right, we're going to run out of time, folks, so let's give people their moment. Alright, so what were you fighting for, Susie?
I'm fighting for the earphones and the Reno corner.
What did you get from downstairs?
Well, that's what made me think, having
Oh,
seen the
okay.
living room and how you can
And that you can actually do
show
it.
things there, tell people, and then send them to another bit to go and kind of experience what you're talking about.
Carmen, thanks, Sue.
For me again, like Susan, I didn't even know we'd done it. It's got to be a lot about the floor for me. And I was saying to somebody before, for me it was more like you've got your smells and whatever. I've got to do something with music or the tunes, because for me, when I went down there, I was just transformed. It was about the music, and it was about me being able to express myself in just dance, because nobody looked at you and thought, oh, you know? So for me, it was like, I just felt at home, but not in the way that people came down and found the colour. For me, I came down and found the music and life, and just loved being in that experience. So it's about recreating this again. But like you were saying, and what I wanted to say, and with Susan and I was talking, when I went in the Reno, I went in before all these young girls went in. It's a different atmosphere, and the older people. towards the end when I was leaving to go from the Reno, the younger girls were coming on. But I knew this girl for a long time before. Do you know what I mean? And Moira is more or less like my age again. So for me, it was that next generation that I just bypassed. We've got different ideas, we've got different memories. So for me as well, you're going to ask me, the corner where I used to stand, the table where I sat, it was like, I know my name wasn't on it, but that was my table.
There's that as well, it's everybody's position.
There's a very good chips that
Yeah, but everybody did like Melvin and them up there.
We did as a family.
So, and then for downstairs, what I found is like, the ideas that have come up I would never have thought about, it was so good. It is like the projection, it is putting our parents on that wall, because my dad would be in the Nile and I'd be in the Reno, and we'd come out and sometimes he'd go, oh, hello, he had a nickname, and I'd be like, I've not been up there, have you? I've been down there in hell, where have you been in heaven? Do you know what I mean? So it's different generations. It'd be good to put my dad up there. I think all the ideas most people have said about projections, putting on things, but also I think like something to do with the music, not just the DJ box.
It's about the music, isn't it?
Yeah, the music's very, very relevant, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is, isn't it?
It was all about the
So I'm like you're
Yeah,
saying,
it's the music that draws
Because we wasn't listening to, even though Top of the Pops and something wasn't really our type of music.
vinyls and, you know, having a vinyls and for me it was about, it's like a music box, it's like the record shop if you want, that we never bought because it was the elite lot that got that music.
I've
You know
got
what I'm
two
saying?
suitcases.
So that how that for me is the big thing.
And what it did to inside, because you got locked into stabbing
You were
your
just,
fingers.
it was just, you know, if you try to tell somebody what it's about, I can't really explain it. But if I got with the crowd like we did with the Reno and the music just hits you and you're in your zone,
You know,
I'm just gone. I'm
We
just,
heard the lights
it's
go
just amazing.
And the
I
lights
think
used to
also
come on.
music progressed, didn't it? Like,
It did.
when I went in, it used to be blue beat reggae.
Yeah.
Right? And then it moved.
what, in the arena?
Yes, early days. Early days.
So
I've always said
if I'm
they've
saying
never
like
really
music
rocked
box,
No, before,
Oh,
after
yes.
Palm Beach. After, because I went down in the late 60s, don't forget. I'm older than you.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So it was reggae, then it progressed to soul.
Right.
And then onto the funky type.
underground soul that you never heard
You
in
know,
sound.
that you lot experienced. So there's, again, there was like you said, a progression. Right, as the younger people came in, and we sort of walked out.
Because I was there till it finished, where you just wouldn't have been going there.
No.
I was there till it just wasn't on one night when we went. That's how it closed. Just went one night and it was done in.
We got our family back there.
Just closed.
I was totally fucked up on doing that. Right.
So, Trigger slows a lot of the boys and girls
Oh,
or
yeah.
ravaged us.
So it's Dion.
What I do.
Let's
Go on, Dion. Go on, Dion.
I love the idea of the living room space. I really want to fight for that, and I really want to fight for a Reno corner with like a table situation and a bit of a D-floor situation, and the silent disco I think is a great idea.
Fabulous.
What did you get from downstairs, Dion?
Don't want to answer it now. I seen that space a couple of weeks ago and really loved it, and was thinking that we could recreate something like that. So that's what I got from downstairs.
So you was talking about that before we all went down
feel
there.
a bit more like it's possible because you can see how it's been done, that it's possible to build
Yeah, but
it.
we've had these ideas in our own heads as well. When we started, we always said that we could build a box in there. Right? We said we could build a box and build a Reno in there. Stage. We've always said that, and we've just seen it downstairs
Seen
now.
it materialise.
We've said that from day one.
It's just the materials. It would be good if we could get the
Because it's going to
materials
echo
right.
like buggerino.
Tables and chairs that don't match. That's what we need.
Yeah,
Material tables.
Yeah.
It's not nothing else.
you know.
Right, we've got to get round the table. Myra, what are you going to fight for?
The fluorescent light, no one's mentioned it. The fluorescent light will all wear black. No, I'm only
With your
joking.
dandruff.
I definitely don't want that, you know. You see, it's all about where I used to sit in the corner and right next to the DJ, as they call it, Chips' corner. That's where